staying the distance.
The Group 1 King George VI and Queen Elizabeth Stakes. Aidan O'Brien's Auguste Rodin started favourite with Rebel's Romance, the next popular pick.
Middle Earth forward, the Sheen Murphy. Then left will be Goliath in the Philip Baron von Ullmann colours, whose dad owned great horses like Scirocco and Manduro. Then it will be the favourite, who's still 7-4, Rebel's Romance, does shorten up to 5-2. And then it'll be Dubai Honour for the big race of the day with Richard.
And one of the big races of the season, the King George VI and Queen Elizabeth Kipco Stakes Group 1 contest over a mile and a half, part of the British Champion Series. And they lead the stalls. And not the best away was Hans Andersen, so if he's going to make the running, he's going to have to press on from that position. He's going forward now, so Hans Andersen is going to adopt those pace-making tactics with the same owners, Luxembourg dropping into second. Rebel's Romance is third early on. Auguste Rodin ensures that Aidan O'Brien has 3 of the front 4. Behind these, in 5th place, is Goliath with Middle Earth, Sunway, Dubai Honour, and last of all is Bluestocking. So they're running downhill towards Swindley Bottom, and out on the front end, Hans Andersen staying off the rail, where Luxembourg sits in 2nd place, just over a length down. They begin the turn with Rebel's Romance, the Godolphin runner in the blue jacket on the outside of Auguste Rodin. In 5th place is Goliath in yellow and blue. Middle Earth in the claret jacket, just shaken along to go the pace early, is in 6th place ahead of the 3-year-old Sunway in the yellow and white, and the back 2 Dubai Honour and the filly Bluestocking in the pink cap is last of all. So Hans Andersen is setting the pace but leaving the inside open for the second horse Luxembourg, who's moved through to about a length behind the leader. Auguste Rodin is on the inside of Rebel's Romance with Goliath, and the pace does appear generous. Middle Earth is in 6th on the inside of Sunway as they pass the halfway stage. Bluestocking ridden quietly on the outside of Dubai Honour, and now Hans Andersen is just trying to make their pips squeak. He's stretching on by a length and a half from Luxembourg passing the 5. In 3rd is Rebel's Romance, who races on the outside of Auguste Rodin, who for the first time is just shaken up. In 5th place we have Goliath, a Bluestocking just breaking cover on the outside of Sunway. Middle Earth is ridden and Dubai Honour is right at the back of the pack. So making the turn, Luxembourg will have first crack. Leads Rebel Romance, Auguste Rodin, Goliath running well, and Bluestocking begins to improve as they make the bend for home. It's Luxembourg pressed by Rebel's Romance in the blue. The doors open on the inside for Auguste Rodin. Goliath waiting in the wings. Then on the outside is Bluestocking. Rebel's Romance takes over. Auguste Rodin hasn't got by yet. Goliath coming there cantering for Christophe Soumillon. Then Bluestocking. They enter the final furlong and a half, and it is Goliath who makes now a 2-length gap to Bluestocking. Rebel's Romance. Auguste Rodin can't go on. It is Goliath charging away with the King George, a giant killer by name and by nature. Goliath, Christophe Soumillon beat in a second, Bluestocking in 3rd, Rebel's Romance. Sunway was 4. Behind those in 5th.
Whoa, Goliath head and shoulders above the rest. Jockey Christophe Soumillon was interviewed pre-race and he was quietly confident. I'm sure he didn't expect a walk in the park like that. He was ridiculous odds at 25-1 when considering Middle Earth, a horse he'd beaten at his last start, was 12-1. Now sadly for Goliath's connections, he's a gelding, so he's not going to be able to contest the Arc. Maybe later this year you'll see him turn up in the US or Japan. Speaking of Japan, Aidan O'Brien stated that the plan for failed favourite Auguste Rodin was to have a crack at the Japan Cup. That's late November. He was also quite sceptical about the track being rated as good to firm. Auguste Rodin is nommed for the Juddmonte International, the Irish Champion Stakes and the Arc. Bluestocking, the runner-up, was the only female in the race, and she is nommed for the Juddmonte International and the Yorkshire Oaks, those races scheduled for the 21st and 22nd of August respectively. Check the odds, pick a winner.
I was struggling behind the Rebel's Romance all the way. There was a point I didn't know where William was going to go between the pacemaker and the other ones, and then I was watching behind Brian and him, and finally when I came out the turn, I was just like cruising, and what a horse, what a horse. Wow.
Soumillon can celebrate this time. It hasn't been that lucky for the French at times this season, though. Francis Greffa's Calandigan was breathtaking at Royal Ascot. What a performance, Jason, because he came there absolutely swinging. France win the King George for the first time in 2006. And Christophe has won big races around the world. He's really enjoying this one. That was a stunning performance.
Did they go too hard? That would be the question.
Oh, undoubtedly.
Yeah,
Undoubtedly.
so possibly they didn't. Auguste Rodin, Luxembourg, suspect stayers and strongly run mile and a half. Potentially that looks to be the case here, but Goliath, goodness me, first run in a group